This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
Peyton, this past week, really, let's just go back these first 3 weeks. You've been getting a lot of carries in there with J-Mac. I mean, how's the season gone for you so far?
It's been okay. Just been battling a few injuries. I hurt my ankle the first game we played Western Kentucky, so I just been trying to get back from there. This week I feel pretty good. It's probably the only time since the first game I feel 100%, so that's good.
Taking questions here for Peyton Pickett. Jamie, go ahead from the Lynchburg News in Advance.
Peyton, when you look at what the offensive line's been able to do so far this year, what can you say to their ability to create some holes and make sure you guys pick up some yards instead of being caught in behind the line of scrimmage?
They've been doing an awesome job. You got to tip your hats off to those guys. They've been working hard. They worked hard all off season. The short amount of time we got as a team, they really worked their butts off, and it's showing on the field just with their conditioning and how strong they are compared to our opponents, how they've been pushing them off the line. So I'm really proud of those guys.
Next, we go to Ryan Moy from FXR Roanoke.
Hey, talk a little bit about the fact that you guys are now 3-0. How does it feel to be 3-0? And what are your personal goals for this season and the goals for the team for this season?
It feels great to be 3-0. I want to say this is my second time being 3-0 in college, if I count me being in JUCO. So it's an awesome feeling. We just got to keep it going. We got to stay humble, and we just got to stay hungry as a team and just keep it going. As far as personal goals, it's all based off of team goals. So if the team succeeds, I succeed. So that's how I look at it. If we succeed, I'll be able to achieve what I have in store for me.
Damien, go ahead.
Peyton, the last couple of years you played behind Frankie Hickson. Now this year you and Josh are both sharing the load. How different is Josh compared to Frankie, and what traits does Josh have that really stand out to you?
Him and Frankie are pretty different. Josh is more so like laid back. Frankie was a bit more serious. You know what I'm talking about. So he was a bit more serious. Me and Josh are more so similar, sort of laid back. As far as Josh, like his biggest attribute to me is how he puts everybody first. He wants everybody else to succeed before he does. He wants everybody else to get out there and do their best, and that's an awesome trait to have. That's what I see first in him.
Peyton, coach said this week that you guys won the game, but you didn't pass the test. What does that mean to you, and how different has the approach been this week in practice?
What he meant by that was we didn't come out there and execute right off the bat. We didn't come out there and show we were the dominant team like we did in the second half. How the second half was, that's how the whole game should have been. It shouldn't have been close at any time during the game. We shouldn't have went in 7-0. We should have put those guys away early. We didn't step up to the plate like we should have, like we did in the second half. So that's kind of what he meant by that. How we won, but we failed the test.
So that said, this week going against the Louisiana Monroe team that hadn't won a game yet, they've given up a lot of rushing yards and a lot of rushing touchdowns. How do you prepare for them, and do you see some ways that you guys can maybe hurt them on the ground?
We prepare for them like we prepare for everybody else. We don't really look at anybody different. Everybody's a college football team, so that means they can win any given Saturday. So we just got to go in there and prepare for them just like we do. Like we just played Alabama or something, we got to prepare for them like any other team. So as far as this week, today was our first day of practice. Yesterday was kind of a walkthrough. But today I feel like we came out there, we executed, we worked hard. Today was our longest day of practice. Tuesday is our longest days. But I want to say this was probably our best Tuesday. We were locked in. There weren't a whole lot of mistakes offensively. We just seemed real locked in coming off of last week, knowing how we should have played. So I was really proud of everybody today.
Lastly, for me, do you feel like if the O-line plays well and you guys can go out there and kind of gel, do you feel like this could be a strong game for you guys given their struggles against the run?
Yes, sir. It starts up front. It starts up front. They get a push up front. We just got to run behind our pads, run behind them, and everything else will fall in place. So I believe in those guys. They'll get it done, and they trust us. We trust them. So we'll definitely get it done.
Emily Austin from Flame Central, go ahead.
I'm just curious of how you get into a rhythm and how you can build on momentum when you're sharing reps with, having such much depth in the running back position, how you're able to get into a rhythm in games.
It just depends. Everybody's different. Everybody's rhythm is kind of different. Some people need more carries to get in rhythm. Some people don't. It just all depends on what you do when you get the ball. So you might not have break a long run on your first carry, but you got to find that rhythm, find that gear. It's challenging, but this isn't my first time sharing the ball in the running back room. I've done it plenty of times, so I think I found my rhythm like a long time ago. So it's not too hard for me. I can't really speak for everybody else.